The Long Morrow, Season 5, Episode 15. Shortly before he goes on this long mission, he realizes he has feelings for a colleague of his, Sandra Horn. So the time goes by and he returns 40 years later, and he himself is a 70-year-old man. If you remember before, he was only supposed to age a few weeks. Sandra found that technology as well and put herself in cryosleep, expecting to wake up 40 years later when Stansfield returns. However, Stansfield disabled his suspended animation cryosleep after there was a failed issue with some communication on his ship. So he allowed himself 40 years of loneliness and 40 years of aging, expecting that when he returned, Sandra would be the same age as he. I Sing the Body Electric, Season 3, Episode 35, and The Twilight Zone's 100th episode. A father, Mr. Rogers, is now a widower, and he's got 3 children to think about: Anne, Karen, and Tom. They go to Facsimile Limited.
This can't be...
Oh, no. These are just the bits and pieces. Just the eyes, the lips, the limbs from which you will choose the elements which will become your,
Grandmother?
Which is a company that produces androids, or gynoids, as the Twilight Zone universe calls them. At one point in the episode, Anne actually tries to run away and runs into oncoming traffic when a van is speeding towards her. Grandma pushes her out of the way, getting struck by the car herself. This probably would have induced some kind of fear or trauma for Anne, seeing another motherly figure passing away. However, Grandma, being a gynoid or android, gets up and is mostly unharmed. But now that Anne realizes that Grandma is not going to leave them the way that their mom had, and that she's basically unkillable, she's able to allow herself to love this new android figure like she loved her mother. The Hunt, Season 3, Episode 19, and one of my personal favorites. Hyder lives in the woods with his wife Rachel and their dog Rip. Rachel is not a big fan of Rip and doesn't really want him in the house. However, Hyder has a special connection with Rip for having saved him many years earlier. Before Hyder and Rip go raccoon hunting that night, Rachel does impart on him that she doesn't think it's a good idea, having seen some bad omens that foretell some bad misfortune to happen. In a bit of sad foreshadowing, only the raccoon comes out of the pond. Hyder, excited to go to the afterlife, wants to take Rip with him, but the man tells him that Rip can't come and that he will be placed into a special dog afterlife, essentially separating from Rip. Towards the end of the episode, Hyder and Rip, walking along this road, encounter another man who identifies himself as an angel and says that he can take Hyder and Rip with him to heaven.